Hi, my name is Danny Ramos, and this is we're at Noches de Galeria. This is going to be the first in a series of art and entertainment of the performing arts, visual arts, and singing arts. We're down at the Orlando Museum of Art, and we have a display of 12 top Hispanic artists here. I'm very lucky that I've been included as one of the artists. My particular style is surrealism. And I paint a style called historical surrealism, which I've branded. And my paintings reflect an occurrence, an event that has happened in the history of mankind. In this particular series, I call it the Apocalypse series, which are 5 major events that mankind was involved in that were extremely negative and destructive to the human race. So my paintings, the first one is the betrayal of Christ, which is right here, and it depicts Christ being crucified, and it also depicts the betrayal of all of the supporters of Christ and the result of that betrayal. The next painting I've done is the extinction of the Taino people, and this painting also represents kind of a crucifixion. The Indian chief represents Christ in this particular instance. He's also crucified, and it reflects how all the Taino nation was destroyed by the arrival of Europeans in the continent, and there's a description on each painting. The next painting to the left is World War I, which shows Satan taking control over the earth and all of the negative destruction that he rains down. And it also represents the first war where mass technology, modern technology, was used to destroy humans in a mass form. So you see the technology coming out of Satan's mouth, and of course the apocalypse. The next painting down is World War II. And during World War II, there was a small town in France called Oradour, and that the Nazis rolled through Oradour, and because they were in a hurry to get to Paris, they took 500 women and children and burned them alive inside of a church just to get rid of them. They packed them all in the church, and as you can see, the painting has a lock on it, with Hitler having the key to that lock. And they poured gasoline into the church, and they burned all these people alive. There was never, ever any one called to take into court for this, taken to the justice court. This was a massive murder that no one ever paid for. No one was ever convicted. No one was ever charged for. And then the final painting is, I call it 25378. 25378. Her name is Frida, and she was the 25,378th person to be burned in the ovens at Auschwitz. And the painting represents this lady and her death, along with the other 6 million people that were killed by the Nazis. And it kind of represents Satan, and the mouth of Satan represents the oven, and with the 2 eyes of Satan at the top. But at the same time, the 2 eyes, each one represents the head of a bird, which is representative and looks like very much the Nazi insignia, which was a black bird. And then as we go forward, you'll see other paintings throughout the museum. Again, we are going to be doing this event 3 times a year.